Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn the camera off for basically most of this. So, here we go. This should be fun. Let's find out.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. Exactly. Rewind.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut. You know why you're here, don't you? The dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time?
Nope. I don't think so. Sure.
It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood?
No. Sure.
Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated. Deprecated.
Oh no.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house. The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for? That's fine. It's yours for as long as you want it. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Ooh. Interestingly, there's no time limit.
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
So, murder?
Yes, the murder. You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief Dupont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing. You don't believe? That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Oh, so this isn't like the other one. This is more first person. And it'll get an actor read your responses.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading.
Sure.
So, what's your question, Sam?
Will I win?
The Fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Well, enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
I don't know.
Mysterious. But I know you're in room 4, Sam. Don't do anything I wouldn't do in there.
Well, it definitely looks like an alien. And from what I can see, it's like a alien, I suppose, with 2 alien babies. And then it's wearing a hat. And it's made of stone. They kind of look like semi-precious black.
I don't know if I like this arrangement. I like the last one because it was like a choose your own adventure, third party. The first party.
That it's from so long ago.
To be honest, it might just have been someone imagining that that's what aliens look like. Or it could be an
Perhaps.
observation of someone actually encountering someone who looks like this.
Perhaps.
Oh,
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
okay, Alice, this is what I brought in today. What do you think it is?
Oh, wow.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs? Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam, that's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw, 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers. Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered. Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something, and that's why I didn't take it seriously. Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it? Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you. Do I have to spell it out? I'll make your problem go away, or at least sink it to the bottom of a pile of paperwork. Your old town? The problem? Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
So, tell me about Rhoda.
What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself. Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m. Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for ruling me out, genius. In her bedroom, she was naked, strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know. Born here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you?
Oh, nothing.
She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone. Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating? Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Oh, it must be bronze.
Correct.
I see, but it's small as well.
Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Or a belt buckle? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
what
why would people, in ancient times, why might people wear this?
But
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already? Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though. Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they? Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest. Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her boyfriend. Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already.
Like
They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually. Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed. I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me. It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere. I've driven by it, never actually been in it.
Left. He taught me how the universe worked.
Sam, is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading. Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise. All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the Chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
How did you predict the murder?
We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful.
Could you ask who the killer is?
Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know.
Okay, hang on a second.
Thank you for the host, man. What'd you play today?
Never mind. Wow.
This is a rock. That is just a rock.
Hold on. Short pause here. Oh. Let's go to some photos. Okay, let's go.
In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me. She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her. I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy.
Now, Poe, do you have any ideas what this might represent?
Okay.
The
on to
closing of the
Bronwyn.
eyes, I mean... in the dream is not, or does not want to face the world. And then when she opens her eyes, it's not her. So, it's almost the person who's dreaming is trying to project onto the other person that they're closing themselves off from the world, perhaps, but then they're realizing they're doing it themselves.
You know, Poe, I think you're actually getting a lot better at this.
Thank you very much.
So, obviously, once again, Alex, thank you very much for sharing this one with us. I would love to talk about this one in further detail because actually it's dealing with something that's quite emotional, because the imagery of the lake actually, it relates to your emotional state of mind. And now, the black hair in this dream actually also relates to the repression of emotion. And then the drowning actually relates to emotional stress. So if I'm honest, Alex, and I hope you're listening to me now, I believe that perhaps something is weighing heavily on your mind, and
Let's
perhaps
go visit
it's
Randy.
a secret of...
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way.
I'm Sam.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me. I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. Next victim? Whoa! Hold on a sec, we don't even know if there's going to be a next victim or not. We'll do another group reading soon, and then we'll have a better idea. We did a reading. A group reading, actually. With a special tarot deck. The 3 of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something. But I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own. Mercury? It's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck. I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it. I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying. It didn't work. I don't believe in anything, but I also believe anything is possible, so it's a conundrum.
I don't like him. He's lying.
Excitement had been almost unbearable, but that initial spark
Okay,
of
let's
enthusiasm
visit
had
Lexi.
faded.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on. I don't know anyone in this town, except for Bronwyn and Rain, obviously, and Violet, and the Chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is?
The happy squirrel. Mic check. Test. Test.
You've done your research. The happy squirrel was vague and mysterious, but not evil. The 5 of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad.
How well do you know Bronwyn?
She's like my big sister, so pretty well.
Do you think she killed Dorota?
No.
Why did you come to August?
The cards told us to. Well, the cards of Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is.
You do whatever the cards tell you.
No. Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do.
Hang on. Oh, never mind. Testing. A job?
I didn't say job. I said job. Okay, we make a cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
She's full of shit.
No, you don't. I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Test. Oh. Your nails?
No, I mean, yeah, I've already cleaned it off.
To using the feeble apparatus, but when no alternative had presented itself, Dmitri had once again insisted that he be strapped in.
Oh, she's Lexi. Well, she's pretty suspicious. Totally sus on her.
And with that, Dmitri disappeared into the depths. Dr. Sheffield, do you read me? Dmitri was startled by the sudden voice in his ear. He'd almost forgotten about the earpiece he was wearing.
Can I see the Mercury Tarot?
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam? There's nothing particularly special about it, apart from where it's from, what it does, and how it behaves.
Nearing the end of the rope now, she informed Dmitri. I'll just tug the rope and you'll pull me back up, Dmitri said to himself.
Go to your room.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Oh, I see.
I could still hear him, but secretly he knew. He simply wished to...
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much...
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota will be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone...
I'm brave, but I'm not stupid.
Tried to dismiss the thought and focus on his work. Not much to see.
Bron, something doesn't feel right.
But isn't this just...
I don't know what exactly, but...
Shift to all the characters
not
and...
Thoughts on
play other
Dorota?
things.
Thoughts on...
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
a right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Stop it?
The Traveller? Dead girls? Ring any bells?
Traveller?
Ron, you're acting weird. Are you still you?
Of course.
Stop freaking me out. It's not cool in this current climate.
The steps beneath him. By the time Dimitri was done with his task, he'd gotten so used to the sound of free from the unnerving silence, he thought, until he realised.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
He hung up the shaft. Pull me up! Get me out of here, please! He swore he heard laughter coming from down below.
Go to your room.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Was restored. What's going on, Dr. Sheffield? Dr. Whitfield's voice was...
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No, thank you.
Great. What do you want to know about?
The murder.
My love life.
Love.
I think the tarot wants to ask a different question, but... The devil. You're letting yourself be manipulated by someone who isn't good for you. Or maybe it means you're having fantastic sex. You might like playing the victim.
Did you sleep?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you think?
Of science, they had all agreed how disturbing it was that, to the civilization that came up with this work,
Hi, I'm Lexi.
Lexi.
I'm Lexi.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Oh, wait. I'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Lexi.
Just a moment.
Hi, I'm... Hi. Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
No. Go back. Okay, who do you want to go as?
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Coming to help him. It was then he heard the voice.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave.
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute.
That sounds ominous.
That sounds ominous.
If one of your crew did murder Dorota, you can't really stay here, can you?
Until he noticed he was suspended in the air. He was still inside the hole. Had he been dreaming?
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. You're just fine.
Do you think Sam suspects?
Maybe. But it'll be difficult to prove.
The three scientists all looked at him eagerly as he climbed out of the hole.
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
No. I'm just worried.
Oh.
She studied the letters, hemming and hawing. It's just one word repeated over and over.
So, rain. Rain's good. He actually seems pretty, noble-hearted.
By Dr. Utani. She looked at Dimitri with bewilderment, more surprised and impressed. Dimitri said, his eyes wide with fear.
Don't know about her.
Dimitri snapped back to reality. We've had this conversation before.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
Oh.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn. I'm Bronwyn.
I'm Bronwyn. Damn right I'm Bronwyn. Oh, my mic is so quiet.
I'm going to die here alone.
Well, actually, I might.
The other scientists quietly glanced at each other. Said Dr. Whitfield as he placed a hand on Dimitri's shoulder. Nothing to worry about. They all arrived at the living quarters about an hour later. I think out of the ordinary. Perhaps the others were right. Perhaps it was...
Hello, I'm Rain.
I'm Rain.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Hello, I'm Rain.
What I can see here are 3 small metal belts to what looks like a square Meadow Square?
Have you met the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
The real reason we're here?
Sam's not a mind reader. At least I don't think so. Just try not to let anything slip.
What else has bells? I want to see a Christmas tree, but I feel like...
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill Dorota.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. But okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Psychopathic tendencies?
Maybe. Maybe Bronwyn and Dorota were secretly lovers. And Bronwyn found out that Dorota was seeing someone else and killed her in a jealous fit of rage. Or maybe that's just another one of your twisted late night fantasies, in which case, leave me out of it.
Leave me out of it.
Good spirits. Yeah, I think I'm going to sell that one. There's not.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Holding.
I mean, it's very, very heavy. It's...
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be losing your marbles already.
What were you doing last?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not?
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
Oh, she's full of shit.
17. Apparently their essence remains in...
Chief DuPont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really?
Does it bother you, Chief DuPont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't know what to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable. Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
You're a con artist.
You're gonna need to do some more research, Chief. That's just not true.
Be here, in this place, so far away from home. With some regret, he thought back to the day he volunteered for a top secret...
Good evening, Chief DuPont.
Dorota's family, what does the tarot say about?
I can do a reading, if you want.
Yes.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Bronwyn never been arrested?
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character, if you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
Yeah. Unimaginable discoveries had been made these last few months.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius, her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Is she your leader?
Leader? This isn't a cult. She looks after me and Rain, makes sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth.
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
Do you know anyone here?
No, I can honestly swear I don't know any Augustives? Augustonians? Augustins until we got here.
What were you...
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. The scouts on a Bron can vouch for me.
I
It
was
seemed the
here
moon
all
had
night.
taken its toll on Earth's best and brightest. To go on for several kilometers into the ground. Its edges were most unusual.
No. No more talking. No more questions. Question after question after question. I didn't kill Dorota. I didn't even know the girl. And yet here I am being constantly asked about her. You know what? I'm going out. I don't know when I'm going to be back, but if you need anything, I will be back eventually. I think. But for now, TTFN.
TTFN.
And how much deeper it went.
Millennials.
They had been doing this for the last 14 days, much to Dimitri's growing frustration. Dimitri started to wonder if the pit even had a bottom. Is it really wise to send more probes down the hole? Dimitri asked. Questioningly, as they waited for him to elaborate. All probes so far have malfunctioned. Are you really planning to do the same thing while expecting different results? Are you calling?
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
Then, again without thinking, added, one of us perhaps? The others eyed him with Remington, clearly echoing the thoughts of the other two scientists. Perhaps it was Dimitri's frustration with the project's slow progress.
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Well, what are you doing here then? You said you'd help me. I just need you to keep an eye on the guests and let me know if you see anything strange. So, if you're here, who's doing that?
Well, Dr. Whitfield conceded with a sigh, if you're really that sure about it. The others offered no protest. All right, Dr. Sheffield, you're all hooked up.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Alternative had presented itself. Dimitri had once again insisted that he be strapped in. Let's do it then. The three other scientists standing behind the table with monitoring equipment each gave him a nod.
Miss Castle. I'm surprised to see you here.
I didn't kill Dorota.
You're a prime suspect, and your alibi is that you were in the guest house with another prime suspect at the time. It doesn't look good for you.
Have you got a problem with me?
Everyone has a problem with you, Bronwyn. I can arrest you for something right now. How does perverting the course of justice sound?
Kinky.
Oh, you are pushing me today, young lady.
Dr. Utani checked in with him at regular intervals to confirm that their communication was still working, and to notify him of the depth of his descent. 200 meters? 300 meters? 4...
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
After plummeting what was probably a few hundred meters more, he jerked to a sudden halt. That's the end of the rope. He could almost convince himself that he was doing it for the recording device on his arm, or in the small hope that Dr. Utani and the others could...
What is it, Miss Taylor?
Why did you hire Sam?
I didn't hire Sam, the Shaw family did.
No, they didn't. Why did you hire Sam?
Tarot cards tell you that. Listen, Sam gets results. Nobody knows how, but the results are got. I want the killer found as quickly as possible. You got a problem with that?
Who would want to kill Dorota?
Are you doing your own investigation? Great! Let me know when you find out.
Bronwyn thinks you've got it. Bronwyn thinks you...
I go after bad guys. If she's a bad guy, then I've got it in for her.
Why weren't the police protecting Dorota?
In hindsight, that does look like a good idea, doesn't it? We didn't believe you. We still don't.
Dorota's boyfriend seems sweet.
Have you met him?
Yes.
Miss Taylor, is that a contradiction? It's not what you said in your written statement.
Sorry, I meant no.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Are Dorota's family safe?
Why? What are you going to do?
Nothing, just...
I've got my eye on you, Lexi Taylor. Lexi. Rain, are they even your real names?
Black darkness, so the work was tedious and fiddly. Yet the soft scratching on the pencil had a soothing quality to it. It managed to chase away the silence and took his mind off the endless depths beneath him. By the time Dimitri was done with his task, he'd gotten so used to the sound of the scratching pencil that it still lingered. He realized two things. It wasn't in his head, and it wasn't scratching.
Hello, I'm Rain. I'm Rain.
Towards the surface. Faster! Please go faster! He pleaded the moment communication was restored. What's going on, Dr. Sheffield? Dr. Whip.
Rain, I'm busy. You going to turn yourself in?
Yeah. No.
Then you're wasting my time.
He hadn't told anyone about the whispers in the dark for fear of being mocked, or worse, being declared mentally unfit. He had already played back the audio tape from his recorder on the way back to his quarters.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
He had, however, showed Dr. Utani the etchings he had copied, much to her delight and over and over. Thanks to some earlier linguistic discoveries made at other lunar sites, punishment for the wicked or curious. As people of science, they had all agreed how disturbing it was that, to the civilization that came up with this...
Hello, I'm Violet.
Startled by the sounds of loud whispering and switched on the light next to his bed. It wasn't working, and his eyes hadn't yet gotten used to the dark, so he instead listened intently. The whispers had stopped. All he heard now was the soft, familiar buzzing of it. And how the light could be on if his room was still shrouded in darkness. He rubbed the heels of his hands against his eyes, trying hopelessly to rub the blackness out of them. His befuddlement.
Hi, Hi. Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Wait. Help! He stammered. Somebody help! No one answered. He continued into the common area of the base, which he knew to be consistently occupied by crew members returning from their shifts. Is anyone here? He asked, and waited. Again, there was no response. But as he listened closer, he noticed another presence in the room. He could hear them breathing. Hello? Can you hear me? He tried again. I can't see. I think I'm blind. The breathing became heavier, but there was no reply. Without knowing what came over him, Dimitri yelled out in frustration and fear, stomping his feet like a frustrated child. Please help me! The breathing suddenly stopped and changed into a deeply unsettling guttural sound. Fear slowly started to take hold of Dimitri. Just when he was about to turn around and run into the hallway, the guttural noise faded into what sounded like a dying breath. Held back by doubt, but compelled by curiosity, he approached the source of the sound. He reached out his hand, but no one was there. Dimitri was both perplexed and overcome by a frightful panic. He felt like he was going mad. Nothing made sense. He just wanted to leave this nightmare and go home. But home was a million miles away. He knew he was alone here, and no one would be coming to